What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is predictions for the Currie Cup final of 2018. What an epic Currie Cup it's been. Seen a lot of competitive rugby from all the teams. Really, Province looked like they were dominating the tournament the whole way through. Really looked strong, scoring good tries. Bulls having their moments every now and then, making it to the semis, looking good. The Lions weren't as strong as we see in Super Rugby, but obviously missing a few blocks. But also showed up and had a good game against the Sharks in the semi-final. Obviously the semi-finals were pretty epic. I mean, for me, the Sharks and Lions was a brilliant game of rugby. Sharks starting off dominant, but then the Lions just coming back and showing why they are one of the top teams in the country. But unfortunately for them, they couldn't do the deal, and at the end the Sharks came up with a pretty impressive victory, and they go on to the final to move on to Newlands, which should be an epic game. Western Province Bulls was an absolute humdinger, probably one of the best provincial games I've seen in a long time. It went on to extra time, Bulls coming back and really getting it through. I thought the Bulls were going to just take it, but well done to Province for holding it out and picking up a win in the end. But jeepers, what a game. It really was anyone's game. For me personally, I thought the Bulls deserved it more, especially judging from that game. But the Stormers won, and the final is rightly so. First versus second, and it should be an epic game. If you remember the game before, the Bulls got hammered by Province, 30, I think it was 30-odd 7 at the first half, but then the game was called off due to shocking weather. But pretty interesting performance from the Bulls there. They just weren't good, but the way they just came back and showed up against Province was absolutely outstanding, and it's really leading up to be a fantastic final between these two two provincial teams. Now this derby goes way back. Province and Sharks had the same final last year, but it was reversed. It was played in Durban. Now, for me as a Sharks fan, I don't see the Sharks always strong at home. They've lost a few good games at home, especially in the dying situations there. So I'm looking forward to a Newlands battle, but you know, with Newlands, you have a fantastic crowd that are strong, determined, and just have that powerful gees within the stadium that's just proudly Province supporters that just want to pick up a win. I think it's going to be an extremely intense game. I think a lot would have thought that Province would have got ahead and really taken on the Sharks, but and given them a good hiding. But I think after last weekend showing Province has a little bit of pressure within the final games, the Sharks will have their fins up. I was going to say their tails up a little, but seeing the slight weaknesses, and I hope Robert Dupree and staff as well as the team are working on the weaknesses that they saw, so that they can capitalize and pick up on those things and dominate and take those opportunities, score some tries and points in order to go ahead of Province and get some good points ahead of them, because Western Province have been scoring some good tries, scoring good points. Their team has been epic. Obviously they got a few Springboks back, which will be a good one for them. Sharks have a few as well with Enquiries, but he's been there for a couple of weeks now. He's a gem in the team. Obviously Province have Willem Volkolo, so it should be a really good game. We have Akafanamava, who's done extremely well for them, so it really, the lineup for this game could be really intense and has a matchup that can really treat us all to fantastic rugby games. If we look at some past results between these two provinces, last time these two met, the Sharks got thumped 50 points to 28. I was watching that game with a good friend of mine who's also a Province supporter, and it wasn't pretty at all. The Sharks just got annihilated and didn't look good. The last two results last year: 21-33 victory for Province, 20-31 victory for Province again, and then 20-21 victory for Sharks. So Sharks won one, Province won one, and then Province obviously winning the final. So what's going to happen this weekend? I think it's going to be a tight game, close encounter hard-fought rugby. I'm nervous in a way because of injuries, and I don't want these players to get too hurt because we've got November internationals coming up, and obviously the official squad announcement for the Springboks will be announced straight after that. So it's going to be an intense game, but I really think we're going to be treated to some epic rugby. And yeah, I think the bookies and everyone will go Province for this one. Home territory, just the way they've been scoring some magnificent points this season. It definitely lies in the favour, but I have faith in the Sharks that they could come back if they play skillfully and with a brain, and not get too excited and kick the ball away. I think they can definitely take on Province and really match them. They just need to really just capitalise. When they're on the try line, they must score, because the Sharks have had the past where they just get the opportunity, dominate the game, and then they just don't score the freaking points. And also second half, they can't sit back and relax, because Province are going to come back and score points and win. So they need to really watch Province, because Province, I think from a fitness level, are just ahead of the Sharks. Obviously that big 50-pointer game, we can't have a repeat of that. Finals are generally closer because both teams want it more. We've seen it before, we could see it again, I hope. But yeah, I'm going to take a risk and go with my heart. Maybe I should be going with my head there, but who knows? That's the beauty of the sport. Anything can happen. I'm going to go Sharks victory by 3 points or more. Probably going to be wrong. Hope I'm not. Make me proud, boykies, but it should be an epic game. I'm hoping for great South African rugby, because after last weekend's fantastic games, I'm expecting even better this weekend, and I think it's going to be good. In my household, it's father versus son. I'm technically born in Cape Town, so I should be a Province supporter, but I've always wanted to be different, and since I was a young kid, I've always been a Shark, and I've stuck with my boys through thick and through sickness and in health, meaning losses and wins. So yeah, hoping for a Sharks victory. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win the Currie Cup final of 2018? Come on, Sharkies, make me proud, boys. But may the best team win. If Province win, they certainly deserve it. Enjoy the games this weekend, guys. If you're new here and haven't yet, hit the subscribe button and make sure you join me on the journey. International games are coming, so hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys real soon for another video. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.